Caskey. Thank you all for being here today. We have one item on our agenda today. It's Senate Bill 883, which pertains to sine die. The sine die resolution, I think everyone should be able to see a copy, or we distribute that. This is the bill that the Senate passed some weeks ago. It contains general and standard conditions for the General Assembly to reconvene, including general appropriations bill, the gubernatorial vetoes, resolutions affecting sine die adjournment, legislation necessary to address shortfalls in revenue, receiving consideration of appointments, resolutions expressing sympathy or congratulations, and conference reports from conference committees. So that is the bill itself. I understand there may be an amendment here offered today. Mr. Newton? Mr. Newton is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have an amendment that's being passed around that will add to the sine die the ability for the General Assembly to look at the redistricting of our 7 U.S. House congressional districts. This is coming out of the conclusion of a recent Supreme Court case that has radically changed how congressional maps and maps in general are to be done in this country around the Voting Rights Act. And so this will give us, the General Assembly, the ability, if we see fit, to come back after session ends next Thursday to look at congressional reapportionment.
Are there any questions for Representative Newton? Coach Hayes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Representative Newton, kind of explain to me how you anticipate this process taking place. Of course, you know, I've been here quite a few years now and been through a lot of redistricting, and you know, with access to the map room and things of that nature, do you anticipate the Speaker appointing a special committee to draw this district, or how do you think that might play out?
Well, the amendment doesn't really address that because that would be a process question for the chairman of the committee and the Speaker to make. This simply gives the ability in order to do that after session ends.
Okay. I'm just a little concerned, you know, while we're doing this at this point, you know, we passed a plan already that our Supreme Court has already approved, and, you know, we were all moving forward, and I feel a little compassion for those people that are out there that already, you know, I'm sure the ballots are being printed, they've got signs out, they've been politicking the whole time, and then all of a sudden, you know, they might not be in the district that they signed up to run in.
Well, I would say that if our maps through the recent decision are not constitutional or violate that ruling in principle, then we should address that, and that's what this would allow us to do.
One final question: will any maps be shown today? Is there anybody in the process of, you know, a lot? This is getting a lot of attention, and I know last week I'm sure people are starting to draw maps. Are you aware of any maps that are available at this time?
I don't have a map.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Representative Wetmore.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Is now the appropriate time for comments as to the voting on the amendment, or should we hold for questions?
If you have comments, we'd love to hear from you.
I know you would. You know, in some ways, this gives me an opportunity to take a lot of this out of my farewell speech tomorrow. And so instead, I'm going to share some of my thoughts with y'all today. Honestly, just when I think we cannot get any more sycophantic and obsequious, we sink to a new low. We're so afraid of upsetting the 9% of South Carolinians that vote in Republican primaries that we just trip all over ourselves to do their bidding. We're so obsessed with abortion and bathrooms and monuments and Sharia law that we don't take the time to work on real policies. And now Daddy Trump calls and needs to grasp at some power. And once again, we jump and run. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And in some ways, it's kind of ironic because it's the party's weaponization of the Voting Rights Act that got us into this mess in the first place, that created a situation where we only care about primary voters. And if I thought today's amendment was some altruistic effort to hear real South Carolinian voices, I might be inclined to support it. What makes it so ironic for me to oppose this is that letting y'all keep focusing on just the absolute least helpful policies imaginable and jumping and running whenever the party, or in this case Trump, calls, it will eventually cost this caucus and the Republican caucus. And feed a monster long enough, it comes back to eat you too. And, you know, part of me recognizes that this redistricting could, in theory, help other Democratic districts. The math is not lost on me. But I can't get there. I don't think this is a good faith effort. I'm frankly disappointed that we're here having this meeting this morning, and I needed to share that because people needed to know there's a lot of South Carolinians out there that don't agree with what we're doing today, and sometimes I feel the need that I have to speak for them. So thank you, Mr. Chairman.
See, I knew we wouldn't regret that. Thank you for your comments, Ms. Wetmore. Any other questions from members of the committee? Is there a motion then to adopt the amendment? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it, and the amendment is adopted. Are there any other questions about the bill as amended? Seeing none, then roll call is required in order. Staff call the roll.
Caskey.
Aye.
Forrest.
Aye.
Britton.
Yes.
Bustos.
Aye.
Clyburn. Hardy.
Aye.
Hayes. No. Hewitt.
Aye.
Hyatt.
Aye.
Lowe.
Aye.
Mitchell. Newton.
Aye.
Petalino.
Yes.
Rankin.
Aye.
Wetmore.
Better counter than me. So by a vote of 12-2, the bill is given a favorable report as amended. I do just need to add, because I failed to do so at the beginning, just to call the roll for the record of the members who are here. Myself, Mike Kowski, Representative Cal Forrest, Representative Case Britton, Joe Bustos, Kevin Hardy, Jackie Hayes, Lee Hewitt, David Hyatt, Philip Lowe, Cody Mitchell, Brandon Newton, Fawn Petalino, Luke Rankin, and Representative Spencer Moore. All right, no further business being on our agenda for today. We will stand adjourned. Thank you all for being here.